Welcome, beautiful people, to Reculture View, where we review all things pop culture. Hear the latest in TV and film, music, and celebrity news, cuz it's Reculture View. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Reculture View. As always, I'm your host, Mo Elise. And once again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in on YouTube. The views are going way better than I thought they would, so thank you so much. And for those of y'all who's your first time tuning in, basically Reculture View is in the name. We're reviewing culture, more specifically pop culture. So we got TV and film, music, and celebrity news. So sit back and relax, and let's get into it. So let's jump into TV and film. The first thing with TV and film is the new Netflix show, Squid Game. A lot of people are talking about it. It's a Korean show. I think it's basically about people in a game show trying to win a game show. I haven't seen it yet because the one thing about me, when people tell me to do something, I just don't want to do it. So everyone on social media is like, "Oh, watch Squid Game, watch Squid Game." I'm like, I don't think I will. So I'm not going to watch it just yet, but it's definitely on my list. But if you're all into the hype, then I suggest you go watch it. It's on Netflix. A movie that came out recently was Venom 2. Again, I didn't see it. I didn't even see the first one. It got a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that should kind of tell you how it is. But one thing that everyone's talking about is the final scene in Venom. So if you're actually going to watch it, I suggest you skip past this part. I'm going to give you a minute. Okay, so in the final scene, Venom is in a hotel room, looks like, and on the TV screen is Spider-Man, more specifically Tom Holland. And it's really crazy because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in the MCU, which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Venom is in Sony. So now people are thinking that Venom is going to be in the MCU, which could change a lot of things. Another thing in TV and film is On My Block. The season 4 came out. It's the final season. I haven't watched it yet because it came out yesterday, which is Monday, the 4th. So I want to watch it in one sitting, so I'll probably watch it Sunday. But I hope for them to be friends again because at the end of season 3, they were all separated. So I want them to be friends again. I want them to have some kind of closure. I hope that it's funny because Jamal and Grandma and Ruby's grandma, they're always funny. So I hope they still be funny. And another thing is that I hope that Monse and Caesar don't make me too mad because they always doing something. They always so selfish or they just doing the most. And I just hope they chill it out this season, which they probably won't. The trailer for Insecure came out. It's Issa Rae's show if you don't know what Insecure is. And I watched the trailer and honestly, I didn't see anything that really stood out to me. Besides, Keke Palmer is going to be in it. I don't know how big her role is going to be. And Kofi is going to be in it. Kofi Cerebo. He's in Queen Sugar if you don't know. So I can't wait to see the final season. Once again, I hope we get closure. I hope it's good because the other seasons have been great. And finally, for shows that I have been watching, I know the last few shows and movies I haven't even watched, but some shows that I love that I've been watching is Home Economics. It's on season 2 and it's on ABC, and it's about these 3 siblings. One sibling is high class, one sibling is middle, and one sibling is low class. And it's just a little funny comedy, family comedy. I also am really enjoying The Wonder Years. It's a remake of The Wonder Years that happened in the 80s, but this time it's a black family in the 60s. And I was really skeptical before watching it, but now I feel like they're starting to get into their groove. So it's starting to be a really good show you all should watch. Another show is Blue Bloods. It's on season 12. It's like one of those crime police dramas. I'm really into crime shows, and this is one of my favorite ones besides NCIS, but this one, it just keeps getting better and better. And the last show that I've really been liking is Alter Ego. It's a new singing competition. And basically people are attached to this AI thing. And they go on stage as like a technology little thing instead of themselves. So the coaches only see like their alter ego, but they don't see the real person. And it's just a good show. They have some really amazing singers on there. And that's it for TV and film. Now let's throw it to music. It's been a really good week or so for music. One of my favorite artists, Nao, released her album. I think this is her 3rd album. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure this is her 3rd album. But it's called And Then Life Was Beautiful. She's one of my favorite artists, but I'm going to be honest. I like her 2nd album, Saturn, better. But this one was still good. Some of my favorite songs on there was "And Then Life Was Beautiful," "Messy Love," "Glad That You're Gone," "Wait," "Good Luck," and "Woman." So it was a really good album. It's definitely a album that you should listen to in the car as you're riding because it's good travel vibes. Another album that I recently found was Jonathan McReynolds and Mally Music. They're gospel artists. Well, Mally Music is kind of R&B gospel. But anyway, it's a gospel album. They shot it live and recorded it live. It was only 6 songs, and I really liked all the songs. My favorite was Everlasting, but Moving On, Enough, Miracle, they were all good. Moving on to R&B, Giveon, he released his new song, For Tonight. It's a good song. The one thing about Giveon that I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but sometimes his music sounds the same, but I think it's just because of his voice is so distinctive, but it's still a good song. Another R&B artist who released something was Lucky Day. He released a song, Over, and I love the song. I've been playing it every day, every night. It's a very good song. I can't wait for his album, and he's a very underrated artist, so if you're looking for a new R&B artist to listen to, definitely listen to Lucky Day. Another song that came out was Lotto, previously Mulatto, but she changed it because people had something to say. But Lotto, she released the song Big Energy, and it was getting mixed reviews. Some people were like, she trying to be like Doja Cat, and she was saying, like, I'm just trying something new. But I feel like the song was a bit of a letdown because she was rapping hardcore over, like, this popish beat, and it just didn't go together. So I feel like she should stick to the rapping because that's what she's really good at. But if she does want to cross over, she should, for example, like Nicki Minaj, The Night Is Still Young, or Starship. If she gonna be like pop, she should go all in it. She can't just have a pop beat and say, oh yeah, let me do pop, but then you rapping really hardcore. So, it's not for me, but it could be for some other people. And a big thing in music that happened was the Super Bowl halftime show lineup for 2022. NFL released it. It's going to be Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem. And I really don't know how this is going to go. I feel like each person might have like a 5-minute thing, which I really don't. I really hope that doesn't happen because all these artists are so big. But at the same time, I know the halftime show is X amount of minutes. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I see some people not liking it, some people do. I feel like I can't give an opinion until I actually see it, but so far I think the idea is pretty good. And that concludes it for music. All right, so let's get into celebrity news. Now, for the past couple months, if you haven't been on social media, you might have seen Free Britney, and that's for Britney Spears trying to get out of her conservatorship with her father, he was like handling all her finances and stuff, so she really couldn't do anything. But she is finally free of that. I'm so happy for her. She made a post on Instagram like, now my life can truly begin, and I'm so happy because, somebody's rough time shouldn't dictate their future. So I'm glad the court saw that. Speaking of courts, as many of you might know, R. Kelly has been charged on 9 counts between sexual assault, sex trafficking, all that stuff. And he could face like years in prison. His sentencing will be in May, and other charges are still coming forward. So say what you want, but justice, I believe justice has been served. Hopefully his sentencing will reflect that, he has many victims, and hopefully, I know they're not going to get like relief from all the pain that he's caused, but I hope that this at least makes it a little more bearable. To make it a little lighter, we have our first black winner of Big Brother. If you don't know what Big Brother is, it comes on CBS, and I'm talking about if you don't know, I don't really know. It's a game, it's a reality show, it's a competition. But the first black winner, his name is Xavier. And what's so interesting about this, I was kind of following it. So basically all the contestants of color were like forming together to make sure that someone of color won. And like every time a white contestant will point it out, they'll be like, oh, it's a lot of black people still left. Or, oh, I think I'm the only white person left. They'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they really conspired and they really got it done. I think the cash prize is like $100,000. So good on Xavier. Glad that he won. Last thing we have in celebrity news is Variety, the magazine. They released their 2021 most influential and innovative women. And some of my top picks that were chosen was Queen Latifah, Meghan Markle, Issa Rae, Ava DuVernay, the head of Urban at Columbia Records, Felicia Faint, and also the founder and CEO of The Shade Room, Angela Nwandu, which I found surprising, but at the end of the day, everyone talks about The Shade Room. So I feel like these ladies truly deserved it. It was some more ladies that I really wasn't familiar with, but it's good that in Hollywood, they're still highlighting women, especially black women, so that's good. And this concludes Celebrity News. All right, so the last thing for the show today is the top pick, and this is where I pick a culture moment, more specifically a pop culture moment that stood out to me recently from the last episode. And my pick this week has to be Halle Bailey from Chloe and Halle. She was a part of the Disney World 50th celebration, and she sung Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And it was just amazing. Her voice is so beautiful. I can't wait to see her as Ariel in The Little Mermaid, even though that's not until 2023. I don't know what Disney is doing. But from her voice, the dress, the ambiance, it was just really good. And people were talking about she should do a solo career like Chloe. But I honestly don't think that's what she wants to do. I just think that she wants to act and maybe do musicals and stuff like that, which I think she should really do. But hey, if she does end up deciding to do like her own solo project, I would definitely be here for it because she's a talented singer. They both are. I wish I had their voices. So that's it for a top pick. Thank you so much for tuning in into the third episode of Reculture View. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have something that you want me to talk about, put it in the comments, or if you know me personally, just DM me on social media or text me, whatever you want to do. Peace. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Reculture View. We'll see you next time.